Hello, I'm Lila Unique Allen, and this is the weekly general rune reading, Life in Runes. If you are interested in any of my other topics or in reading the rune reading printed instead of video, please do check out www.uniqueallen.com. That's UNIC, like the unicorn, ALLEN.com. Thank you very much. Alright. Let's start by settling yourselves in. Start paying attention to your breathing. And blow out a breath gently. And inhale through your nose. Letting the body expand on its own. Letting the breath fill all the pores. And exhale. Gently breathing out through the mouth. Feeling as the muscles contract. Again, inhale through the nose. Focusing on the breath, following it in and down. And exhale through the mouth. Again, following the breath. Feeling all those little bits we no longer need, flowing out and away, being released. And one more time, inhale through the nose. Feel your body expand. Feel your sense of self. And exhale the breath through your mouth, bringing your attention to this time and this place. And let the body continue to breathe on its own as we see what information is available for us for the coming week. The rune for this week is Fehu. Fehu is the rune of fire, the rune of wealth, the rune of energy that flows continuously because we give and we receive. Fehu often stood for the cattle, or was a representation of the cattle, because in the time of the Vikings, the cattle was the representation of the clan's wealth, its ability to take care of itself, to feed itself. They tended the cattle, and in turn the cattle fed the clan and clothed it. So it was a solid, definite symbol of providing and being provided for. Also, you can see the Fehu, if you look at it, as a stick figure with two arms upraised, receiving energy from the divine, at the same time pouring out the energy of focus, of worship, perhaps. So it is a constant exchange of energy. In this day and age, I most often attribute it to wealth, to job, to income, to a constant flow of energy that provides, that in turn you give out energy for. It's not one of the balanced ones, but it is a definite cycle. And recently, I also learned another really cool part of the interpretation, in that it is the community wealth, the community's energy. And so that as you give, your hand is open and available to receive at the same time. It is never consistently empty. You hand out and you get back, and you hand out and you get back. So, in any fashion, it is a cycle of energy. It is a cycle of energy put into the community and received from the community. Because no matter how isolated our job, we still consider it, we are working for the community one way or another. And it is the community or a community that gives us money in exchange for the energy we have put out. So that being said, this week's focus would be about that energy exchange. And since there's no real definite, this is good, this is bad, things to watch out for, I would, say this is something more to meditate on, think about. Are you happy with the energy you put out and the energy you get back in? Are you comfortable with your spot in the community exchange of energy? Is it enough? Is it too much on either side? Too much work for not enough return? Too much return for the amount of work you're doing? Is it where you want to be? Perhaps this is a good time to look into alternate forms. Perhaps if you have been putting something into play, setting things up, this is a good week for it to take off, for you to get a taste of how it will work in the community, how you will contribute, and how the energy will flow back to you. And it is definitely an upright rune, so pretty much standard interpretation, flowing in about you, not coming from past or future, but just right there. It is closer to the bottom, so for some, this being north, east, south, it could involve the passions that you have. Fire being the element of that energy, the sparking ideas, the things that push us through life, as opposed to just the passive sitting and getting stuff done. So if you have a question about, what should I focus on, what can I add to make this a more happy environment, perhaps look to your passions and see how you can add that special bit that's just you, that will give your energy exchange more meaning and feed you more what you want to be fed. So, to sum up, the rune for the week is Fehu, that community exchange of energy, providing and being provided for. As you give, your hand is open and available to receive. So accepting that payment, that energy exchange for the work that you do for the community. A good time to think about your position, your forms of energy exchange. Do they satisfy you? Do you want more? Is it time to change? And what of your passions can you add into this exchange to make it more meaningful and happier for you? Thank you very much. And I hope you have a great day.